In the alternate future world of Marvel Comics 2, also known as MC2 or Earth 982, May is the daughter of Peter and Mary Jane Parker. As a child, she was kidnapped on the orders of the Green Goblin. She was eventually reunited with her parents by Peter Parker's clone, Kang. Later, during his final confrontation with the Green Goblin, Peter lost his leg and chose to retire from superheroics. For years, May's parents kept Peter's past a secret and hoped their daughter would not inherit her father's superpowers. But their hopes would not be fulfilled as the girl went on to develop powers of her own. During this time, the Green Goblin's grandson, Normie Osborn, sought to redeem his family's legacy by killing the original Spider-Man. As Peter left to meet Normie, Mary Jane explains to Mayday her father's legacy and that he was once Spider-Man. Mayday finds Ben Reilly's costume in the attic and manages to stop Normie. As a result of this, May Parker begins to fight crime as Spider-Girl. Though her parents initially disapprove, worried for her safety, they come to accept her decision and even help her in her crime-fighting endeavors, with Peter training her based on his own experiences as Spider-Man. Spider-Girl has quite a bit of success as a superhero. She convinces Normie Osborn to reform his ways, and together they co-founded a team of heroes called the New Warriors. Spider-Girl was briefly depowered and used the Goblin Guider and tech to fight crime. Eventually she was electrocuted, which restored her powers and granted her a newfound control over electromagnetism. After a battle with a time-traveling thief, Spider-Girl was sent back in time. Though Spider-Man initially assumes that May is an imposter, he eventually trusts her and they are able to catch the thief together. Spider-Girl would go on to face other villains like the nearly invincible Black Tarantula, the Savage Six, and Electro's daughter, Aftershock. Spider-Girl briefly gave up her identity after a near-death experience with her era's Hobgoblin. She began to focus on her personal life, running for student council and dating Flash Thompson's son, Jean. With the blessing of her parents, she eventually returned to her superheroic lifestyle after the Hobgoblin threatened her friends. After taking up the mantle of Spider-Girl once again, May went on to face Carnage, who returned with a new host and kidnapped May's dad and her baby brother, Ben. Though Carnage was destroyed, baby Ben was rendered temporarily deaf. May Parker was also eventually revealed to have a clone, a psychotic hybrid specimen who calls herself April. April enrolled in May's school under the guise of being her cousin, and begins to act as a dangerous vigilante who is not afraid to kill criminals if it means stopping them. Mayday would eventually sacrifice her own life to save April's. Moved by this, April would go on to become a hero of sorts who fights for humanity. In the end, April travels through time to save May, but at the cost of her own life. With her return and having broken up with Jean Thompson some time ago, May begins a relationship with her classmate and close friend, Wes. Spider-Girl would return as part of the Spider-Verse event. Morland's brother, Deimos, attacked the Parker family, and despite the best efforts of Spider-Girl, tragically kills both her boyfriend and parents. She is rescued by other Spider-Men and flees with her brother, swearing revenge on Deimos and joining the other Spider-Man and banding together against the parasitic family, hunting them, known as the Inheritors. Baby Ben is eventually captured and revealed to be a vital part of a prophecy where he is known as the Scion. What the Scion is, and the fate of these now orphaned siblings, are to be revealed in the rest of the Spider-Verse event. Spider-Girl does not exist in the mainstream Earth 616 timeline of the Marvel Comics universe. She was erased from existence and never born as part of the infamous One More Day storyline. However, recent promotional material hints that she may return in some form, as part of the upcoming Secret Wars event. Spider-Girl has inherited the powers of her father. As a result, she has increased strength, speed, agility, and equilibrium. Though about half as strong as the original Spider-Man, May Parker is considered more agile than her father, and has an enhanced spider sense which is stronger and more specific than the original Spider-Man's. May has some regenerative abilities, but not on the same level as her father. Like the original Spider-Man, May can also stick and crawl on walls. but unlike Peter, she must actively concentrate in order to remain stuck on surfaces. May Parker has also gained the ability to magnetize an object by touching it, so it will stick to walls and ceilings. She can also use this power to propel objects away at high speeds through reverse magnetism. May Parker also uses web shooters that are based on the design of Ben Reilly's shooters. They can fire both webbing and metal needles called stingers, though May Parker does not like to use the stingers as she considers them too brutal for her approach to crime fighting. She occasionally uses some of her father's spider tracers, but they are not tuned to her spider sense, so she needs a special receiver to use them. She also has experience using goblin-themed gadgets and a glider. May is also well trained in unarmed combat. She has received training from her father, Elektra, and twin heroes known as the Ladyhawks. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my origins and bio for Mayday Parker, also known as Spider-Girl. So this was a fun character to cover. I've known about Spider-Girl for years, but never really bothered to read her story myself. But I was really pleased to see her turn up in the Spider-Verse event, and really moved by the sudden and tragic loss of her parents in that story. Enough so that it piqued my interest in this character. So when somebody requested that I do an origins bio for this one, I was pretty excited by the idea and figured it would be fun to cover. And I was right, this was a very fun character to cover. She reminds me a lot of Spider-Man 2099, and it's always interesting hearing about potential futures of various characters in the original story, from big names like Peter Parker to smaller roles like Flash Thompson. That being said, I'm not sure if I would recommend you check out the MC2 comics. Rather, if you want to see more of Spider-Girl, I recommend you check out Spider-Verse or the upcoming Secret Wars event. Spider-Verse has been a lot of fun lately and really works well with May Parker, and the Secret Wars are looking promising too. Though we'll have to see on that one as we're a long way out from that. If you are interested in Spider-Verse, you should definitely check out Joey's reviews of the event. All our recaps and reviews pertaining to Spider-Man can be found on a handy list on our website. You can find that site's link in the video description below. We also have a Facebook page where we post all our videos and the latest and greatest in the world of comics, which you can also find in the video description. And finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.